Now that I've created my answers file, I can use Packstack with the --answer file option and specify the name of the answers file. So there it is going, it is starting the scripted installation. And this is the part where you should count approximately 15 to 20 minutes. I would recommend not walking away immediately, because right now it is just setting up SSH keys. This is only the beginning. You want to wait for the configuration to proceed a little bit so that you know that everything is working all right before you are walking away.
Should I pause? Or do we need to capture them?
So this is where it's becoming interesting. What you can see here is that Packstack actually is going through the different phases of the configuration, and oh dear, we've got a failure. Couldn't detect IP address of interface ETH0 on node 192.168.4.10. So apparently something is wrong and this needs fixing. So in order to fix this, let's do IPA ETH1, IPA without argument, which shows that ETH1 is down, which is not good. So to fix this, I'm going to etc sysconfig network-scripts, and I'm verifying the contents of the ETH1 configuration file. So we do see that we have configuration, but we do also see that onboot is set to no. And that is bad because that matches the current status of ETH1 to down. So I'm going to modify this ifcfg ETH1 configuration file, and I'm setting onboot to yes. This, by the way, is pretty common on network interfaces. By default, they are often set to no, so you should always verify that they are actually set to yes before doing anything. Right now I can try an IF up on ETH1 to bring it up and running. And if I'm doing an IPA again, we can see that the ETH1 has now been fixed. Now let's scroll back a little bit and analyze the error once more. So if you run into trouble with the Packstack configuration, I would definitely suggest that you read what has been processed. So you can see that a couple of things have been processed already. But these are just the addition of Nova and other component manifest entries. So that is the configuration that is pushed to Puppet. So that means that no Openstack configuration has been written at all. In other errors, you can find that probably you have come quite far in the configuration. And if you can see that Nova is already up and running and other components are up and running, don't bother about the error and just see how far you are. Right now, I do have to run the Packstack configuration again. So I can just use the up arrow key and start it again and start waiting some more. So what you can see now is that the Packstack procedure has come beyond the part where it has previously failed. So everything is all right and it is continuing. And right now we can see all the Puppet modules and manifests that are going to be applied. So when it says applying whatever.pp, it is working on Puppet configuration and it is trying to push the configuration to the configuration files. And this is the part that will take some time because Puppet cannot do it in one run. It has to do multiple runs, restart services and so on. And this will take approximately 15 minutes. Do notice that during this procedure you can trace what is happening and you can see which components have been successfully set up. So this is what you want to be seeing when the Openstack installation is completed. So what we can see here is some interesting information. First, a file with the name root keystone rc_admin has been created. This is a file that contains all the admin credentials, and we are going to use it a lot when working from the command line. We can also see that the Openstack dashboard is available, and that is Horizon. So this is the URL to the Horizon interface. And there's an installation log and some generated manifest, but that is really not something that you would be interested in. Now, a nice way of ending this procedure and making sure that everything is working is by running the Openstack status command. This command is giving you an overview of all the services in their current state. You can see some strange things like Openstack Keystone, inactive, disabled on boot. I can assure you it's not inactive, it is running. So what you're looking for, most components need to be active. And if most components are active, then you're good and you can continue.